Welcome to the Crimea River Bitch Fest. I was just
No,
kidding. We're trying to keep it PG, guys. Sorry, that was
we
not
are.
PG, but
We are. And if you're watching the video, you'll see my hair.
she took it out of her ponytail.
It's been in a ponytail for like 3 days. So, yeah, it looks really awesome right now.
She's like, yeah, no, that's worse. It reminds me in the 90s with those like
those
the fork
headbands.
headbands where you like thought it looked really cute and then you look in the back and you got all the bumps. Like you're constantly self-conscious. So like all day long you're combing your fingers through your hair to get the bumps out.
Yes.
And then
I
as the day
forgot about
progressed,
that.
it like slid back and your hair is like all like big and wonky in different spots. And you're like, I thought this was cute and it was a good idea. And then you regret it. But you do it again. You wear it again. This time it's gonna work.
Definition of insanity. That's why I have a hard time with headbands and stuff, because every time they just like slip up my head and it's awful.
And
And
then
this
your
just looks
hair,
dumb.
yeah.
So yeah. But if I don't wear a headband when I'm working out, then I like get sweat all over my face and in my eyes and all this stuff.
Really?
So yeah, so I have to wear one. And then it just keeps like slipping up my head because I have a giant head. And then it's just stupid. So
I
yeah.
have a big head. I sweat profusely.
Ooh.
I don't get it in my face, like dripping down my face. Drips down my back.
I sweat, just not on my face. Oh, it's fun.
No, I mean,
Well, I mean, that's nice because my face, like, turns bright red.
oh, mine turns
So
bright red.
yeah.
It definitely turns bright red to the point, like, I can be in the best shape of my life and it's still bright red.
Yeah.
And I'll still get people like, whoa, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm fine. My face just reacts weird. I look like I'm dying, but I'm probably in better shape than you.
Well, I'm not gonna claim better shape, but I'm just like, "Yes, I'm okay." Yeah.
I hate that. It's done that since I was a kid, though. And Ezzy, my 10-year-old, he
Mhm.
has the same I think it has something to do with like, I'm kind of pre-asthmatic, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of why. And
Mhm.
Ezzy's the same, where he.
Well, me too, 'cause I have it in me,
Oh, well,
so
so then, yeah.
maybe. That's a
And that's why
theory.
I'm coughing, because anytime I get a cold, I have a cough for like 4
Yeah,
weeks afterwards. And,
it's
and the air is so bad.
it's super awesome. Yeah.
So,
Editing your
yeah.
coughs is really, like, my favorite
I
thing.
know. I do it.
I
I'm
have
like,
to
I better
say
save all my coughs for this episode.
I appreciate it. You're doing a great job at that, so Oh, she
I muted
muted
myself.
it! Oh, thanks. Thanks, honey. Anyway,
Anyways,
so we're recording video. So
yes.
if you're normally just a regular podcast listener, then feel free to check us out on YouTube. What is our YouTube?
Yeah, what is it? We just changed our handle, guys. Ah! Also, it was a good suggestion from an audience listener.
One of our audience members.
Thank you.
Yes, my friend Alicia suggested this title for us. And we've been kind of batting things back and forth because we've been wanting to rebrand from the Bettys. And she had suggested Midlife Cry, sis. Which I love. I'm not gonna lie. I loved it. I loved it from the beginning. But Lex wasn't really on board, and so we're
Well,
like, "Oh,
okay.
about
Well,
it."
first, in all fairness, I was in the middle of a divorce,
Yes,
like
that's
the mediation process, and Mary's like, and we're like trying, and my head couldn't wrap around anything. It couldn't think of an idea. It couldn't like even sit on an idea. And Mary goes, "What about this?" I'm like, "Midlife crisis? That's weird. Like, why not just?" I didn't get the pun, and I was just like, "What are you?" And Mary is laughing, and I'm like, "What? Midlife crisis? What? What is so funny with midlife crisis? I'm in one right now, Mary. Don't you have any sympathy for me? I'm so sorry. Like, I couldn't get it forever." And Mary's like, breaks it down. Cry,
comma,
sis.
sis.
Like, sister? And I was like, oh, no, I don't like it because it's too real right now. Anyways, I
Yeah,
sat and thought about it, and I'm like, "That's actually brilliant."
it is. It's a really good name.
And it's a little
And
bit more PG than Crimea River Bitch Fest. So, you know.
yes, so we'll be redoing intros and oh, darn, we need to redo an intro because it's
Oh,
our choices.
well, that's okay.
Well, anyway, we'll get there. We'll
We'll
figure it
get there. Slowly, we're rebranding. We're gonna do a new photo shoot because we both have
Yeah,
different hair.
yes,
It's all about the hair.
I need to get mine done again because blonde is so freaking high maintenance.
It is. It's
It
so high
is.
maintenance. Are you going dark?
No,
Oh,
no, I just now have, like, 3 inches of
I
roots.
was gonna say I like you blonde. You're super cute blonde.
It's fun, but it's high maintenance, and it makes
Yeah,
me greedy.
yeah. That's why
But
I'm like black.
yeah, yeah,
Why don't you
yeah,
go black?
ooh,
Oh my gosh. You started it with the esophagus jokes.
you said it! It came out of your mouth! That's what she said.
Oh, okay. You know what? We're rebranding to Midlife Crisis. We went from Disney episodes to
Hey,
esophagus
hey,
jokes.
we can still do Disney. We can.
We're well-rounded people.
We are, exactly, in more
Very
than one
well-rounded.
yes, well-rounded. So, yeah. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't know.
About esophagus, about
I don't even know. Oh, oh, no, it was back on the hair. So, I I completed my 24 for 24 list, and on
Oh.
there is to get my hair done twice and to get mani-pedis 4 times for, 24.
Ooh.
So that's my goal. We'll
That's
see
a good goal.
how that goes. That's one of them. I have lots.
Nice.
And looking at 'em, I'm like, "This is a lot of freaking goals."
I
And and they're not
yeah.
all, like, super ambitious, but it's enough that I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted just looking at them."
Yeah. I think my goal is to every month have a new set of goals.
There you go. Yeah. Earlier, we were talking and you're like, "Yeah, so for this year, I'm gonna do time blocking." Like, maybe you
And
shouldn't
I'm
commit
like,
to a
for the
year.
entire year, I'm gonna block my whole time. Mary's like,
I think it's good.
and then I was like, yeah, you're probably right.
But maybe commit to, like, a shorter period of time, like a
Every month
quarter or
changes.
month, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
So,
yeah, you're probably right. I have 6 kids.
yeah.
I
Things are
shouldn't do such things.
things are gonna look very different next December. So, yeah.
Yeah, like you're gonna have an OnlyFans? I'm
Well
just kidding. No. No.
well, I've talked a little bit about my 5-year journal, right? And I've just
Oh
kinda
yeah.
finished the first year of it, still kinda catching up from December, but, so last year on January 1st, just had our epic New Year's Eve quinceañera, and I'm like, "Oh, that did not happen this year."
Wow, wow. I know.
Holidays
I
were a big fat goose egg this year. They were
They were so disappointing.
terrible. Yeah, so
No
anyway,
matter how hard we tried, it was like, it's not gonna work. It's
I
just
know.
not gonna work.
It just didn't go well for anyone, I don't think. Not anyone in this
It
family, but
was we're starting 2023 with a middle finger and we're ending it with another middle finger. F you all. That's what it
oh,
was.
okay.
No, I'm saying that's how 2023 was for everybody. I swear. I do not know a single person that was like, yeah, 2023 was my main man. Main year. There's
Yeah,
no main man.
amen. Not anymore. Well,
Wow, this is unhinged, people.
welcome to the new Betty.
Welcome. We're a little on the dark side now. Life's jaded us a little bit.
A little bit. I am wearing my
Oh,
T-shirt that has the, oh my gosh, I can't even think of it, the Star Wars moon on it, but it's not a moon. It's not a moon, it's a space station. Oh my gosh, Mary, what am I even saying?
you
I can't
sound
even
like
come up with the
I feel
reference.
like
The
I'm
Death
rubbing
Star,
off on you.
Death Star, it's the Death Star. But but it's all, ironic because it says, "Ceci n'est pas une lune," which is, in French for, "This is not a moon." And so, it's a play on the Sicily pun. Anyway,
Ah,
it's ironic, whatever. It's like
nice.
waiting on your wedding day. But I asked Benji what this was, and he's like, "Moon." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah,
Simple.
I'll
Yep.
take that from you.
Yes. Well done.
Yes.
I would say moon,
It's not a
but
moon,
I
it's a
would have
space
to look
station.
closer and then I would be like,
Yes, it's a
some
space station.
Star Wars.
Death Star.
It's like
It
when
took
I
me, like,
was
5 minutes to
like
figure that out.
it's like when I was like, I like the new Darth Vader.
The new Darth Vader,
It
yes.
was Kylo Ren.
You mean Kylo Ren? Yes.
Well, and it's like when I'm like, because Mary's like, so what's going on? And I'm trying to tell her, like, I thought for a minute, because I have to now decide what I'm going to be when I grow up.
Mhm.
And I'm going to probably get in the lending business and a couple other things. But I was talking to a relative who has experience in real estate, and this market is terrible right now for anybody in real estate.
Yeah.
And so she was like, yeah, I don't know if you should, maybe you should look into, where the money is like programming. And I'm trying to tell Mary this. And I'm like, it's those guys that work in the back end of the like computer stuff. Like, you know what I'm talking about, Mary? Mary's looking at me like, what? I'm like I don't know, like they like know the software stuff. And I'm like, I was thinking about that for and then I was like, this sounds ridiculous. And I'm trying to tell her that I'm thinking about that when I don't even know this freaking title of the position or anything. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good sign that I should cross that off the list.
Oh my gosh.
Software developer type
Oh,
person,
yes.
you know?
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I was telling Desi and my sister Des,
Mhm.
she's kind of like she works software for a school or whatever and does all the database stuff. And I'm like telling her, I'm like, maybe I should get into the software design, like developer stuff. And Desi looks at me and she's like, I've been doing this for like 8 years and that stuff is so freaking, I don't even understand it. She's like, no offense. I'm not saying you're not smart, but like your brain doesn't run the same way as my brain. And I was like, touche. You're
Yeah.
probably got a good point. I don't think I could understand the Dewey Decimal System. I'm just kidding.
You have other strengths.
I
So
do. I know. That's why if I didn't have other strengths, I would be very offended and go and cry in my bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
But it was pretty funny. I'm like, yeah, that's probably a
Yeah.
good point. I
Yeah.
probably if I don't even know like the title of the position I'd want.
Yeah. I have a friend who suggested a job for me, and she's like, "I think you'd like it. It'd be in this office." And she shows me a picture of the office. I'm like, it's an office." Some people are okay with
Yeah.
offices. They work in offices all the time.
Right.
I do
Right.
not love offices.
No.
I don't wanna sit in front of a computer all day, let alone a computer with 6 screens, which is what she does, and which is what my
Oh,
husband does all day, and I'm like, "Ugh, no, thank you."
I know.
So, yeah, I'm like, "Thanks for the referral. Not so much. Love you. Bye."
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
very endearing and kind and sweet, and
yeah,
I know if I really wanted it, I could push myself to figuring it out. I
yeah,
don't want it that bad.
I know. Well, even Alan, who's like a computer genius, like, he does all
Oh,
kinds of
yeah, yeah,
but he doesn't program. He, like, does network kinda hardware kind of stuff.
yeah.
And he's tried to teach himself, and I think he could do a little bit, but it's hard. It is just it's not an easy thing to learn. So,
Well, I hated computer science in high school, and that was back when computers were stupid.
yeah.
I didn't even have an email account till I was graduated from high school. Everyone else did, but I was a little behind the times.
Mm, I think
I
I
just
got my
I'm
first one
like,
in college, I think, too.
yeah, I'm like, Lex, you have so many other strengths, like stylist.
Right.
I
So
There's so many things to think about. So
yes, yes. So we're gonna start, like, promoting ourselves on here a little bit, even though it makes us wanna, like, cringe really,
we're
really
gonna pimp ourselves out.
yeah,
Because
because
it's either that or OnlyFans people. Please keep us off OnlyFans.
And I just have spent, several $100s trying to, get our websites up and going and all of this.
Yeah.
So, FYI.
Yeah.
So, when we talk about our respective businesses, please support us. That would be great. I am a photographer on the side, so if you need some family pictures, y'all let me know. Seniors, couples, that's great. Weddings, iffy. They're very, very small, like courthouses kind of thing,
Yeah.
yeah. Or if
No
you're like
mega weddings.
yeah. Or like if you're eloping to Paris, I would 100% come with you. So, yeah, let me know.
Oh my
But
gosh, did you see that there were tickets to Paris for like
uh,
560?
did you see tickets to Hawaii for like under 300 today? I'm like, I want to go to Hawaii.
I
I
know, I
want a
was like
tropical birthday, but I don't think any of those things are happening at this point. So,
2023, I was going to say something very inappropriate. 2023 ruined us all. Not ruined, but kind of took over.
yeah. Yeah.
Now
So,
it's like lick our wounds 2024 and
yeah.
move forward.
Yes, trying to move forward. So, anyway, here we are. Yeah, okay.
So,
So, what do you want to talk about? I went to a movie last night.
what movie did you go to?
So, I went to go see The Color Purple.
Oh, okay. I loved the old version
See, and I had never seen the old version until a
with
couple of weeks
Oprah
ago.
Winfrey.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
My mom loved it when I was a
interesting.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never watched it. Um, and I was trying to realize or trying to think of why I wanted to see this movie because there's a lot of good movies in theaters right now. I haven't seen Wonka yet, and I totally want to see that. I want to see Anyone But You. I want to see Napoleon. I
Oh,
mean,
I want to see Napoleon.
there's a bunch of movies I want to see that I haven't seen yet. So why did I choose The Color Purple? And it all kind of comes back to Oprah
Mm,
because I love Oprah,
who doesn't love Oprah?
right? And why do we love Oprah? And why do we do what she says? Why do we take her recommendations? Why do we listen to her voice and her opinions and read the books that she recommends? Like why? Why do we do that? And so I was looking on her Wikipedia. And I
hmm
don't know, does she have a biography? I don't know. She needs one.
I can't remember if she does or not.
I don't know if she does either. But she has, been in the public eye since she was basically in high school. So she won like some beauty contest or whatever and started doing the news while she was literally a senior in high school and then started working for, news organizations and then ended up going, to talk shows and stuff. And so she's been in the public eye since she was like 17 years old. And she's turning 70 this year. That's a long time. That is 50 years in the spotlight. Isn't that
She looks
crazy?
amazing too.
Yeah, she does. But she also hasn't been shy about her struggles. I mean, her weight's gone up and down and that kind of stuff. And it's interesting that we have come to trust her so much. And I think it's because um she has used her voice for worthwhile things, you know? She hasn't Oh, I think you're still muted. So
Yeah,
so thanks. Thanks for not coughing,
you're
but
welcome, but I'm
but I
still
need to hear
muted.
your response. Yeah. So one thing, that I read on her Wikipedia was that she makes people care because she cares. You can
Mm,
tell how much she cares in the way that she talks to people, in how she approaches things, in how she, endorses things,
yeah.
and how she brings herself to whatever it is that she's doing. And I really like that she uses her voice for worthwhile things. I'm still reading the Bono's biography,
Mm,
autobiography, Surrender, and he just talked about going on Oprah. So he and President Clinton, they were pretty tight. He was in the White House like all the time and stuff. But when President George W. Bush came in, they like totally iced him out. They're like, "We're not interested in you. Okay, bye bye."
Oh,
so,
wow.
so, I mean, and he had some agendas to that he wanted to put forward, and it's not like they were um I his agendas were mostly um relieving third world debt, for
Mm.
helping cure the AIDS crisis. Um, and in 2002, that's what that's really focused on, was curing the AIDS crisis. He'd been to Africa multiple times, and knowing that there are antiretrovirals in the United States that are cheap, that can save
Mhm.
lives, and there are just
Yeah.
millions of people dying in Africa, and where's the justice in that? And but, George W. Bush was not really interested in dealing with Africa at that point. He was a conservative, and he's trying to deal with his own stuff and 9/11, and I mean, there's just all these other reasons why Africa was not a priority. And so Bono's trying to trying to get into the White House and explain, this should be a priority because, I mean, people are dying, and I mean, it's just, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. But Bono's trying to use his voice for good, and and it's not easy to get an audience with the president of the United States. But he kind of worked his way in through Condoleezza Rice, who was just incredible. But one thing that he did do was he went on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and um, he talked with her and explained, or well, she asked him. She talked a little bit about the band and music and all this stuff, and then she's like, "Okay, why should we care about the AIDS crisis?" And why should my audience, who are mostly, stay-at-home moms or whatever, why should we care about this? And he was like, "Well, because your mo your audience is mostly mothers, who care about their children,
Yeah.
and they know that the life of their child is equally as important as the life of a child in Africa." And the way that he put that, and the way that that Oprah's audience, responded, was huge. And that
Yeah.
was something that really, like, turned the tide in helping to get funding for helping the AIDS crisis, the HIV crisis, and it was just really cool. And he knew that. He knew that going on Oprah's show was gonna be a big deal, and so he did, and because we trust her, because we feel like we know her. Everyone feels like
Yeah.
they would be Oprah's best friend, right? I
Oh,
totally
yeah. Totally.
do. I
She's
totally do,
just gonna have her life changed when she meets me.
right? Anyway, so that's why I went to see The Color Purple, is because Oprah
Okay.
basically told me to.
Oh, yeah.
But also, last year, I decided to choose a color for the year because it was hard for me to choose my favorite color, although it might be purple, but I don't know. I like a lot of different colors.
Your wedding colors were
They
purple.
were
Purple
pur
and purple.
they were purple and purple, 2 distinct shades of purple,
Yeah.
but I decided that last year my color was gonna be purple. This year it's blue,
Mm,
aqua-ish. Anyway, I haven't quite decided
interesting.
which shade of blue, but it's going to be a shade of blue, I don't know.
Cool.
But, anyway, so I decided that before I even knew that this whole color purple thing
Mm, yeah.
was in the
In the
works.
works.
In the works. But
Jinx.
then I know, right? But then I see Oprah kinda out doing her thing and promoting this movie because she's a producer on it. I'm pretty sure she kicked in quite a lot
Serious
of money to make,
bucks.
yeah, of
Yeah.
her own money to make it happen. Um, and, like, for the entire month of December, she wore purple, like, every
Mm.
day, everywhere. She just wore, like, straight purple. And I loved that. I'm like, she's just making a statement. She's
Well,
wearing,
and even
you know?
someone in the position as that Oprah's in, like, probably one of the most influential women,
Mhm.
if, like, and she's even marketing herself
Mhm.
or marketing her product. why do we all get in our way with marketing ourselves?
Right?
If Oprah does it, like, why are we so scared?
I know. But it's also because she believes in what she's doing. Like, when
Right, yeah.
she goes in on a book for, like, Oprah's book club, she is all in, and she talks about it all the time
True.
and
Yeah.
just will sell the crap out of this book, like, "You need to read this book. This is so important," things like that.
Mm.
And I think that we kinda struggle believing in ourselves.
Well, I think we all have commitment problems with, like, committing to a product and then selling the product.
Yeah, for
It's like,
sure.
we love it, and then we're like, "But what if there's something that's not perfect?" I think,
Mhm.
like, the lawsuits and all that kinda stuff makes everybody scared to say anything nowadays,
Yeah, that's true.
or
And
cancel culture.
she's had her own fair share of lawsuits too. I was reading this on the Wikipedia page. She had some kind of thing with the meat industry where she was, like, eating a burger or something, and someone said something, and she, like, stopped eating it, like, right then, like, put it down,
Wow.
and, like, the prices on meat just, like, tumbled. Like, they
That's
lost
insane.
millions of dollars because she, like, stopped eating this hamburger, and I think they came back and sued her later, and she's anyway, they ended up finding her not liable, but things like that, like, do you realize what kind of influence you have? I don't think that she realized what kind of influence she had at that point,
That's
but
insane.
she definitely does now. Everything she says, everything she does, she gets very much scrutinized for, and so it's there's a price to her kind of power and authority, but wow, I mean, she's Oprah, you know?
Mm,
You
yeah.
don't have to use her last name. She's Oprah.
No, she's
Everyone knows who
Oprah.
she is.
She's freaking Oprah.
She's freaking Oprah. And, I believe her and I trust her and I will take her recommendations and
Well, and she also has such a unique name. I mean, how many Oprahs do you meet?
yeah, that's true.
Why is my name not?
Why are you Alexis?
Why am I Alexis? I was only Alexis. Well, my mom didn't want to name me Alexis because back in the 80s, it was kind of a dude's name.
Hmm. Well, why is my name the most common name throughout in the entirety of history?
True.
You know,
True. Everybody's got to marry.
somewhere in their
I mean,
ancestry,
my middle
somebody
name is
Marie. Yeah.
Marie, so it's a French version of Mary.
Yes. So anyway,
We're
it's
just
it's
kind of lame.
interesting.
I'm
But
just kidding.
I know, well, we are. We are. But
Well, when anyone compared to Oprah is lame. Okay.
yeah. But also when you look at her relationships
Mhm.
with Stedman, that they've never been married, but
I think
they've
it's
been together
interesting
for
they've never
a
been
long
married.
yeah, and yeah. And yet they've been
It
together for a
goes
lot longer than a lot of married
Oh,
people have.
yeah, it goes to show that sometimes being married is not
Yeah.
the thing that makes it work.
Yeah. It's more about what's in your heart than what's on a piece of paper or on your hand,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
And Gail, oh my gosh, I love her relationship with Gail. And I love that
Yeah.
it's such a big part of her life and that she just promotes the crap out of Gail too, you know? She's one of the
Yeah.
she's like her biggest proponent. And now Gail's become one of the highest paid TV announcers or what does she do? I don't even remember, but
I
she's
can't
not really a reporter, but she's like an anchor of some like of a morning news show or something like that. I don't even remember. But she's very, very successful at what she's doing. And Oprah's her biggest cheerleader. And they've been friends for years and years and years. And I love that, how they support each other like that.
Yeah,
So,
that
I mean, that shows a lot about a person if you can hold on to relationships like that. And if people trust you because of how they've seen you interact with people and how they've seen you handle crises and handle criticism and you know we've been watching
Mhm.
her do it for 40 plus years.
Yeah. She's done it gracefully
She has. She has.
because it cannot be easy to have that constant public pressure of
Yeah.
everything you say, like you're giving the recommendations, you're that's got to come at such a high price.
Yeah.
There's no room for imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was though. There had to be.
Yeah. So, you know, if Oprah can wear purple every day for a month, I can talk about my little photography business.
I know. Like if Oprah can go and market herself and her own product after being Oprah for how many years in the public eye? What the heck?
Yeah. Anyway,
Here comes the Mama Jimena stuff.
here
I'm
comes the
just
Mama Jimena. Yes. All right.
No, I love that though. That's a good point.
Yeah. So that's kind of what
That's
I
a really
got
good point. Yeah.
out about it.
Well, and what's interesting is almost everybody I've been in for the last 2 years and like just getting to know different business women and different businessmen and like networking and all these other things. And everybody always says the same thing. And everybody's afraid of marketing themselves,
Mm, yeah.
be it
And I-
social media, be it whatever it
yeah.
is, like
It's just
everybody.
it's just something you have to get over.
It is, and, like, if Oprah has to market herself I had that same thought with Hunger Games with Lionsgate when I saw all the production work that went into just marketing for a Lionsgate movie, and I was like, "Wait, you can't just, like, rely on the fact that it's a Lionsgate movie and expect people to come. You gotta do a song and show and dance and everything." Like,
You got to
whoa.
tell people about it.
Yeah, and, like, Dean Graziosi, he teaches a course on that, and one of the things he says is, like, you're doing if you believe in your product, if you believe in your service, if you believe in whatever you're doing, if you believe in yourself enough, you're doing a disservice to people by not sharing
Yeah.
what you do.
So
So, good stuff.
So, you'll be expecting more marketing from the Let's Cry sisters. I don't know. What are we gonna call
Cry
ourselves? I don't know.
the
Cry
sisters.
sisters.
Cry sisters. The Cry
The
sisters.
Cry sisters.
We all
It's
need to cry.
it's not wrong.
It's not. I can't tell you how many times Mary and I have cried to each other.
Lots.
It's a lot, people, okay? That's all you need to know.
But if you have suggestions, let us know.
Yeah.
Like we took the suggestion from our friend Alicia and,
We love the feedback. It's been so
oh,
good, and, like, Mary and I both were like, "We gotta name it rename this," and we both didn't know what to name, so getting that was, like,
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. So let us know. Please interact with us on social. I mean, we're trying to get better at social. So, yeah, leave comments and suggestions and,
And
you
we're
know,
slowly changing things up, so be patient. Links are still the Betties some places, and eventually it's all gonna get settled.
yep, we'll get there. All
Yep.
right.
Thanks for listening, guys. See you soon.